So good evening. Let's take a couple of minutes to find a comfortable spot for yourself on the sofa or the chair. Or maybe you'll even be laying on the bed, laying on the sofa. Just so it can be not too movie aroundy for the next half an hour or so. Just get really comfortable. I'm just watching everybody get themselves settled. Feel like a voyeur, look into everybody's living room or bedroom or wherever you are. Everybody say hi to Miriam, who's my co-facilitator here. Wave, Miriam. She's under New York Zen Center. She's my techie. But without Miriam, I'd be nothing. Okay. I'm a little low energy this evening. I was just saying earlier, I had to put my big Maine Coon cat, I had to have him euthanized on Tuesday, which was a total shock. He was going in for some dental work, and they found a huge tumor in his stomach. So it was very shocking. And so we're reeling from that. It was a big baby, 28 pounds of Maine Coon, big boy. So his little brother is here, and his brother doesn't know what's going on. He keeps screaming at the door, waiting for his brother to come home. Right, baby? Yeah. So Boy Chick is here next to me. So Boy Chick the baby. So I am going to dedicate this evening's meditation to Obi. All right, so let's close our eyes if it's comfortable for you. Otherwise, kind of half close your eyes. Take a moment to just notice the sounds that are surrounding you. If you're in your apartment or in your house, if you have the windows open, notice the sounds outside. Traffic or kids, wherever it is that you're living, maybe at the ocean. Just notice the sounds, the wind. Just take a minute to notice the life that you're living in. Everything that's happening around you right now. Bring your awareness to the inside, to the environment that you're sitting in right now. What are the sounds in the room? Maybe the air conditioner, depending where you are, fan. In my living room right now, it's the fan. I can hear the dog barking outside, not my dog. And that's about it right now. I can hear Boy Chick kind of purring a little bit. Now notice the weight of your body pushing down into the chair, or if you're laying down, just notice the weight of your body, how heavy your body is right now. As the weight of your body is pushing down into the chair or onto the mat, feel the chair or the mat or the sofa supporting you. There's a slight shift in awareness or consciousness when we notice the difference between our body weight pushing down onto the chair And then when we hear, notice the chair supporting you. So the body suddenly becomes a little lighter because it's now being supported. It's not pushed down, it's not pushing down. And if you can become aware of that, great. And if not, great. Bring your awareness to your breath, noticing each in-breath and each out-breath. Don't change the way you're breathing. Just notice how you breathe naturally. Each in-breath is bringing life into the body. Notice what happens to the body as you breathe in through your nostrils. And the lungs expand. The rib cage opens slightly to allow for the expansion of the lungs. Chest rises. The diaphragm rises. If you can imagine breathing all the way down into the hara, which is about 2 inches below the navel. That's the mind body resting there. As you exhale, notice the body in reverse. The lungs deflate. The rib cage, although we're not aware of it, really closes. And if you can, notice the difference between the temperature of the air as it exits the body through the nostrils. Breathing in through the nostrils, the air is a little cool, and breathing out a little warmer. We average about 16 breaths a minute. Each in-breath bringing life. Each out-breath is like a mini death. The last thing we do is exhale. So with each in-breath, honor this breath bringing life into the body. It may be the last breath. You hear that often. It'll be the last breath you take. When we exhale, we don't know if there's another inhale. We're never certain, but we take it for granted. Don't take your breath for granted. Don't take this life for granted. In Zen meditation, this is why we are focused moment by moment, the present moment. Birth and death in each moment. So I think we'll go on another boat journey this evening. Seems like a nice evening to be out on the lake. So if you haven't joined us before, just allow yourself to be fully into each moment, to my words, to the sound of my voice. And if you fall asleep, that's great. You're really relaxed. I don't mind anybody snoring. I want you to imagine that you're walking along the dock towards a lake. You are by yourself. You're on your way to meet someone. So imagine where this dock is, where you are right now. Are you on the west coast, the east coast, up in the north, the south? Maybe you're not even in America. Maybe you're in Austria, Sweden. Maybe you're in England at the Lake District. Find a spot in your mind, in your imagination, that you would like to be at right now. This dock that you're walking towards. It's early morning and the sun is rising. Notice the temperature. And just look out in front of you and to the side of you. And what do you see? The person you're meeting is about 100 yards away. What does the lake look like? Is it surrounded by mountains? Maybe you're in Switzerland, in Geneva. Is it surrounded by forest? What does the lake look like? In this early morning sun, what color is the lake? And as you're walking towards the dock on the boardwalk or on the grass, the gravel, notice the sound beneath your feet. Maybe it's the wood creaking, the planks of the boardwalk, or maybe it's the gravel beneath your feet. And what do you hear in the sky, in the trees? You hear birds singing. Do you hear loons on the lake, depending where you are? Sound of loons. Now you're approaching the person that you're meeting. Who is this person that you're meeting? It can be anyone from your life or your imagination. It could be dead or alive, someone from your life, a grandparent. Maybe it's a grandparent you never met, but always saw photographs of in the house, in your family home. Someone that you wanted to meet. Maybe it's an ex-lover, friend. Someone that you're incredibly fond of, you would feel comfortable with, that you're really wanting to meet. You've been planning this day. This is someone that you really want to meet, either again for the first time or someone you've never met. As I said, like a grandparent or a parent. So as you're walking towards this person, take a good look, see who they are by how they're dressed, how tall they are, the color of their skin, their hair, face. Get a really good picture of this person you're walking towards. Take a couple of minutes to build this image. And again, notice any sounds, the sound of the water lapping against the side of the boat that you're about to step into, this rowboat. It's beautiful, beautiful lake the boat is floating in. And as you come closer to this person, say hello, whichever way is appropriate for you. Shake their hands. Hug. Maybe give them a gentle kiss on the cheeks. Ruffle their hair. Depending on who it is in your relationship, say hello. But remember, this is someone that brings joy to your heart. Even if you've just met them, just the very sight of them. And now this person gets into the boat first. It helps you down off the dock into the boat and allows you to get by them. So you find yourself on the seat, plank, the rear of the boat, in the middle of the boat. You are the passenger. And whoever it is that you've met is going to row the boat. Notice what happens when you sit in the boat and your row person sits down in the boat rocking gently from side to side. You know how that is, right? And they're sitting in a rowboat, gently moving from side to side. And hear the sound of the water lapping against the boat. And notice now the sun is a little higher in the sky. Your person takes the oars, begins to row. Become aware of the sound of the oars. They enter the water and come out of the water. That splashing sound. And the sound of the oars in that metal ring that holds the oars. Remember that sound? The oar moving against the metal bracket that holds the oars in place or stops the oars from falling. That sound. Just see if you can be with the sound of the oars in the water and that sound of the oar in the metal bracket. And as the boat moves out towards the middle of the lake. Notice the sounds that you're hearing other than the oars in the water. If there are birds in the sky, if there are leaves rustling in the forest, if you're in a forested area. Notice the temperature now as the sun's rising higher in the sky, feeling the warmth in the back of your neck. And dip your hands in the water. Feel the cool water. Just dipping your hands. You're just very relaxed. This lazy, lazy morning. And look at the person in front of you that's rowing you. And notice their face again. As they're watching you as they row the boat. What are you thinking? If this is someone you're meeting for the first time, what's the story you have about them? Be curious about the life that they've lived or are living. Whether it's someone from your past, someone who's no longer alive, someone that you're falling in love with. What's the story that you have about this person? Lean back a little in this boat. Close your eyes. Just allow yourself, your imagination, to drift. Noticing your breath. Again, noticing the sounds. And the person in front of you doesn't have to say a word. You're feeling safe. You're at ease. You're totally relaxed. This is exactly where you should be. And you're exactly who you're supposed to be with. How does that feel in your body right now? To feel safe where you are and with the person you're with. And again, remember, this person doesn't have to be present in your life any longer. And maybe they're living at a distance. You're bringing them to your imagination. The sun's getting higher in the sky. Look up into the sky. See how blue it is. There are no clouds. Just this huge, vast expanse of blue. We call it the big sky mind. Vast space. Breathe in the sky. Nice deep breath, taking in the sky. The vastness of the universe. Beyond our imagination, beyond our capacity to think about. And now the boat comes to a standstill. The oars come into the boat. And the person in front of you also begins to relax. You're both now in this place of total relaxation. Looking at each other. You don't have to say a word. You're just there with each other in this space. Again, notice what you're feeling. And the words come to your mind, but you don't need to speak them. It would just be confusing. Both of you know what the other would say, so there's no need for language. You're just looking at each other. And feeling the boat once again gently rocking from side to side. Spend some time here. Spend a couple of minutes here with your breath. Just being with everything as it is. The sounds of the water, the heat from the sun, any sounds that are around you. Everything complete, perfect and complete. And now the sun is up in the sky, high in the sky. It's around noon. It's time to head back to the shore, to the dock. It's been a beautiful 2 or 3 hours, just meandering, just floating around. And the person you're with takes the oar and gently rows you back. And you're feeling complete. There's no sorrow about getting back to the shore. You were given the time you had, and that was enough. Heading back to the shore again, noticing the sound of the water as the oar hits the surface. And as you breathe in, you're feeling again this joy, this contentment. And if you're in Central Park, you can hear the sound now of the cans and tuba outside of my window, the appreciation for all the frontline work. That's okay. We're in the middle of Central Park. As the boat comes to the shore, you notice that sound that always happens when the boat hits the posts of the dock. The person you're with ties the boat to the post, steps out of the boat, stands on the dock, and helps you out of the boat. Takes your hand and lifts you out of the boat. And the both of you turn around and look out the lake in front of you. And get a clear picture of this lake, of the surroundings, forest, mountains. Again, if we're in Manhattan, it'd be trees and skyscrapers. And you're holding each other's hand. You know that this is goodbye. Notice how it feels when you know that you're about to say goodbye. It's a feeling of satisfaction again, a feeling of completion. It's not a sad goodbye. And turn and look at the person. Maybe you take both hands. Notice their face. Notice their smell. Cologne. Musk. Maybe the smell of leather. Whatever they're wearing. Smell of wool. The scent that you will associate with them. And look into their eyes, and however you need to say goodbye, a big hug, a kiss on the cheeks. Again, maybe just ruffle their hair. We're past shaking hands now. We know each other. And maybe you'll make a gentle bow to each other. You turn around and start walking back in the direction you came, knowing that the person behind you is looking at you as you recede, as you begin to walk further and further away from them. And at the end of the boardwalk, you turn around and take one final look and wave to this person. And then this person gets into the boat and begins to row to wherever it is they came from. And you continue walking back towards where you are right now, to your home. To wherever it is right now. Your home, your vacation place, your friend's house, wherever you are right now. And come back into the space that you're in, noticing your breath, noticing how you feel in your body, noticing anything in the mind, thoughts that are arising. When you're ready, just open your eyes and come completely back to this space.